YouTube. What's up? It's your boy, Jim MMA. Y'all already know what time it is. Got my guy, Cody Verrett, aka Pablito. As many of y'all know him. Cody, how you doing today, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. And let's just jump straight into it. This past weekend, you had a fight actually. Took it on 3 days' notice, I heard. How was that whole process? How did that come about?
Um, so I scheduled to fight in January, um, probably in like November. And then probably the second week of December, I started having some issues. It was actually the day we got back from Poirier's fight in Vegas. So the
Mm-hmm.
12th. Um, had some issues in my stomach, my gallbladder, stuff like that. Ended up having to pull out of the fight. And then, it took about 3-ish weeks to get back into the gym. And I was back in the gym for January 1st, and just training, staying ready for whatever happened. And the Wednesday of fight week, my coach called me, said, "Hey, look, how close are you to 45? You in shape? Can you fight?" So yeah, I'm just a few pounds over. Normally I fight at 135. I fight at bantamweight,
Mm-hmm.
but he was like, "If you can make featherweight by Friday, we got a guy for you." I'm not gonna say no. So
Right. And the whole weight cutting process, you say you didn't have to cut that many pounds. Was it like hard on your body or was just like it was easy?
no, it was easy. 35 is not easy, but whenever they called me, I think I was 152, which is lighter than I usually walk around at. I had been running a lot, so my weight was already a little bit lower. I usually sit about 55, 56.
Mm-hmm.
Once they said 45, you get a pound allowance. So if they said 52, that's 6 pounds. That's nothing.
Right. And now that the fight has come and gone, have you like looked back at it? Anything that you looked at and said, damn, I wish I could have did better, or anything that you said, okay, I did that well, but it kind of needs some improvement. Have you made that assessment yet?
Yeah, for sure. I watched the fight a couple times. The biggest thing is, the guy obviously was bigger. Uh, he was really athletic. Uh, we knew that going in. I had seen him fight one time. So in my head, I was like, all right, look, bigger guy, really good athlete, probably not as good as a fighter as I am, but super explosive, really strong. So in my head, we were going to go out there, put some pressure on him early, take him down. And then the idea was, let him work back up, take him down again early in that first round. And then we'll go from there. Because a lot of guys that are really athletic, really explosive, they'll get burnt out. They'll get taken down, panic,
Right.
force to stand up, and then they're gassed out pretty early. Um, I went out there and I actually had some success standing and just throwing with him early. And I feel like I just didn't make that read. I should have realized that, I'm actually doing well on the feet. We should keep it there. And I ended up shooting a takedown, 2 takedowns actually. It cost me the fight.
Right. And now, like I said, now that the fight is over, you want to stay at 145 or you want to go back down to bantamweight? Like how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm definitely not I'm not made for 45. I wouldn't say no if they offer me another short notice thing. I'm down to fight whenever. But 35 is definitely a place. And I'm kind of talking with some nutrition guys who know a little bit more than me, and I might be able to try 25. I don't know yet. We'll see.
All right, we'll see. And now let's get into some interesting stuff. The nickname. Now everybody know that Dustin just out the blue just gave you Pablito, but like that whole thing, like how did that even come about?
Dude, I went to my barber and my hair was I kind of get like a super long afro if I just let my hair grow. And so it was kind of like getting annoying training and stuff. So I went to my barber and I was like, dude, I like having long hair. I like being able to put it up and do stuff with it. I was like, it's always in my face. I was like, I wish I could have it short, but still long. And he was like, you mean like a mullet? And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And I was gonna do it just as a joke. I was like, let's just do it right now, like a week or whatever. I'll get a normal haircut after. And I went to the gym and Dustin just immediately took his phone out and was like, Pablito. And as soon as he posted it, dude, I was like, I will never be able to change his haircut. Like,
That's crazy. And you actually from Louisiana, shout out.
Yeah.
You actually from the state and everything. How long have you been knowing Dustin?
Um, Dustin moved back to Lafayette because for the longest time he had moved to Florida and was only living in Florida, training in Florida. But he moved back and started splitting his time between Florida and Lafayette in probably 2017 or 18. I'd have to ask him, honestly. And that's whenever him and I kind of got closer. I was working at the gym that we train at, and I was like, teaching kids classes and stuff like that. And me just being there all day. Dustin really doesn't like to work out with a big group of guys. He would usually just hit up a select 4 or 5 and work out with them. And since I was already at the gym, they would be like, hey, jump in. And I kind of eventually became part of that circle. And now it's just a handful of us that'll work out.
Hey man, that's cool. And I've been seeing this little insinuating on Twitter about this podcast thing, man. What's up with that, man? Y'all doing a podcast or
We I hope we somebody like suggested it one day, and I kind of like jokingly went back at him with it, and then Dustin tweeted me back and said something, so I texted him. I was like, "Dude, are we gonna do it?" And we kind of went back and forth texting just about what it would take and where we would be able to do it at, stuff like that. And then we talked about it one more time in the gym, just like time wise, because Dustin goes back and forth still between Florida and Lafayette. So the biggest kind of scene is that if Dustin books a fight that's 6 to 8 weeks that he's not in Lafayette, so we'd have to figure out something, whether it be Zoom or whatever. So I'm sure if we could work out all the little kinks and stuff like that, we'd definitely like to make it happen.
Hey man, that's good to hear. And earlier you said you went out to Vegas, right? For Dustin's last fight. How was that whole experience just being in that atmosphere?
It was fun, man. I'd never been to Vegas. I watched Dustin fight in Atlanta before. And have you been to a UFC show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, it's a blast. Like not just the fights, but like the way the UFC does it with like they have such a big like making it into an event. So that's always fun. Vegas was a lot of fun. Obviously, we wanted a different outcome. So that sucked for about 30 minutes. Just kind of like, damn, I wish it would have gone different. And then we went to a place called Zook nightclub, which was pretty cool. Dustin was over there. We hung out and did whatever. Then we went back to Dustin's Airbnb, played some ping pong, went to bed.
Hey man, that sounds fun. I wish I could have came. But anyway, the MMA career, how did everything come about? Was it like something that you started at an early age, or it's just like I need to do this, so I just hopped into it? Like how we started this?
Just in my house, man. We grew up. My dad was a huge boxing fan. Whenever I was younger, we were watching a lot of Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. That was kind of like the really big guys whenever I was young. So we were always watching boxing, and then eventually like the UFC became more popular. I'm 22, so the UFC was really getting popular like whenever I was 6, 7, 8 years old.
Right.
My dad watching it more and more. And then whenever I was 14 or 15, Eric Scallon, who's still my coach now, was opening up a Gladiators Academy location, which is where I still train at, and Eric got in touch with my dad and was like, hey, I know you got a son. If you want to sign him up, whatever. And I started there and I haven't stopped training since.
And yeah, that's pretty funny because this next question is about to be kind of out there. I looked at some of your older pictures, man, and the no mustache it's it's just like apples to oranges. So like the mustache, when you just like sitting there, because I'm gonna be honest, I can't grow one. So anybody with facial hair, I'm sorry, I'm jealous because I can't grow any facial hair. So so when you were like sitting there, you just like, I'm gonna just let it grow out, and then I'm gonna like twist it like that, like a villain, or what? Like what was the mustache?
It was the first time I did it was during quarantine. just staying at home. My barber wasn't open. Couldn't really do anything. So I don't grow a crazy beard, but I had a beard and I had, the afro, like I said. So I had that growing out. And then I was like so bored, just home every day, all day, like doing home workouts, not really training. So I was just like shaving, did like just the mustache alone. My mom was like, no, that's disgusting. So I was like, I kept it for a little while. And then once we were back to like, everything reopening, going back to the gym, they're like, do you need to bring that mustache you did during quarantine back? I was like, dude, you're right, I should. I brought it back and then happened to do the mullet at the same time, and it just all got stuck.
Just popped off. And looking towards the future, what do you see for your MMA career?
Hopefully, man, another win for sure. But no, I'd like to fight again probably in March, April. Unless they offer me anything, because the way I see it really is last weekend could have gone. I could have either been a superhero and it's like, oh, he took the fight on 3 days notice, a weight class up, and I got there and knocked this guy out, or you get what happened. So I'm never going to say no to a risk like that. I'm not afraid to go out there and put it on the line and potentially come out on top. But ideally, I'd fight probably in April, March, May, something like that. And then I'd like to do another one probably in the summer, maybe in the fall. So it'd be 4 this year. And ideally, I want to do 12 amateurs before I go pro. So I want to say, if I do 4 this year, that might be 12. I'm not really sure how many fights I have. So I'd like to do at least 12, see where I'm at. If I think I need a little bit more experience, I'll do a couple more Amis. If not, I'll make the jump and turn pro.
And I know a lot of people, when they turn pro, they kind of stray away from, the home gym. They still have the connections and everything, but to get to that next level, they kind of, stray away from it. Have you thought about, like once you get to that level to where you have a chance to make it to the UFC, you see a lot of fighters talk about loyalty, staying with, the camps that they originally were with. Have you thought about, leaving once you get to that level, or you're gonna stay loyal?
Yeah, no, I've gone over it. Especially seeing like how Dustin did it. Going to ATT. I also think though at the time, MMA, especially in Louisiana, wasn't what it is now. And Dustin probably had to leave and go to a bigger camp to get the resources that he needed. Whereas now we got AJ Fletcher in the gym, who we saw knock somebody out in the Contender Series earlier this year. And they still haven't given him a fight, so they need to do that. But yeah, AJ, he's contracting the UFC. Alan Joban just moved back home. He trains with us a good bit. Dustin's, going back and forth between here in Florida. We got Tarek Malvo training with us, who's a really good pro, right on the cusp of making it on the big show. So we got guys now, and we have the right bodies in the gym that I think it's a lot more probable for somebody to have success at the high level, still training at Gladiators. But I would also like to do, I would never leave, I don't think, but I'd like to do a lot of trips, go out, visit other gyms and just get some time. I was actually supposed to go January 5th through the 9th. Like last week, I was going to go to see Billy Quarantillo and Jesse and Dave Romano in Tampa, train with those guys for a few days, but then ended up fighting.
Wow. Well, okay, I'm gonna leave you off with this question right here. We both from Louisiana. It's a food question. I love food. I'm about to go cook me something up after this. But let me ask you this, man. I'm gonna give you 4 choices. You only keep one. You're on a stranded island, right? You got crawfish, you got red beans, you got gumbo, you got jambalaya. Which one are you taking? You only choose one, only one. Which one you taking?
Definitely not red beans. I'm not huge on red beans, but I had gumbo and crawfish. Man, I'm gonna have to go crawfish.
Yeah, all right, okay, crawfish, okay, okay. I like that. I like that.
Just that's like as different as it can be. You can't get crawfish anywhere else.
Right. You kind of caught me off guard with you not liking red beans. I don't know, man. I don't know if you're from.
Depends who cooks. bro. And I'll be honest, the food. I don't know how much you travel outside Louisiana, but the food everywhere else sucks.
Oh
I
yeah. Oh yeah.
like
When Ida hit, I went to Alabama. I was like, man, what the fuck am I eating? Like, I need to go back home, man.
bro. I
Like, what am I eating?
spent a week in Colorado. I didn't have one good meal. Like I ate out everywhere, and I was like, dude, this is garbage. And then Vegas for Dustin's fight, I was like, well, dude, it's Vegas. Like I'm gonna get something that's fire. You know, I'm spending $40, $60 a meal because
Right.
Vegas. And dude, I'd be like, this is garbage. This is not what I'm.
Right, bro. But I'm gonna let you go, man. Appreciate you for coming through, man. Any last few words you want to say for the people?
I just want to shout out my sponsors, Star Bodies Apparel. They're always hooking me up with gear, sending me stuff, and they're the ones that design my walkout shirt. So if you guys can give them a follow on Instagram, go and follow me on Instagram, Cody_Verrett, and eat at Kitchen on Clinton in Lafayette.
Yes, sir. Go follow my boy Pablito. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, that's gonna be the end of the video. Y'all already know what time it is with me. Peace, love, prosperity. Love every single one of y'all, man. Do something productive with your day. Before I say this, Pablito, this might sound crazy, but trust me, it's not gonna sound crazy. Do something productive with your day. Beating your meat is not productive. All right. Look up, look, he even agreed. Come on.
And we got to get out of the house, do
exactly. Look, exactly.
water,
See y'all. See y'all. Told y'all. See y'all next time, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's been your boy, and I'm out, man. Peace.